I just want to say there's no hope for these men. Bitch, why is my tire so flat? Hold on. Why is my tire so fucking flat I can't even drive on it? And these dusty motherfuckers want to drive up in a rental right next to me talking about, hey, shorty. I'm like, yes? Hey, you fine? What's your Instagram? Bitch, do you not see me trying to change my tire? You're sitting in the car asking me for my Instagram? Anyways, let's change this tire.
We don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
What can I say? I guess equality is tiring.
Bobby! No,
Inside.
That's what I'm talking about!
This is why you choose the man instead of the bear, because if a man feels like his family is threatened,
Help the bear!
You happy that you act more like a man than an actual man. Congratulations! Now we finna get, now you finna go work on the railroads. Since you wanted to act like that, go ahead and go build a train, bitch! Take your strong ass!
Okay, so
Is this a voodoo doll?
I made a voodoo doll of your ex.
Maybe your father didn't spend enough time with you.
I hate that man.
Alyssa! That is the most deranged shit! Oh my god!
I was in my room watching an ADHD documentary, making the voodoo doll in bed.
Why does it actually look like him, bro? This is so troll.
Yeah.
I actually am so scared. Like, what if it actually harms him? Should we test it?
Oh my god. No.
I don't know what it is. It must be in the hair dye, because as soon as women start dyeing their hair different colors, it's always followed by feminism, astrology, and this weird spirituality witchcraft. Like, as soon as I hear a woman say that she hates men, I'm just like, oh, just so you pray to rocks.
Yo, if you're talking to a girl and she has tattoos, like random small little tattoos in random locations, leave the bitch, bro.
I'm Tia, the one with the ring.
Oh.
So don't get it twisted.
Okay, Tia.
That's my sister, the one without the ring. I'm married.
Yeah, put it on.
Really? Tia, the one that's married.
A few moments later.
Decided that it was better to be lived, your life's better lived apart than together.
Yes.
How did you know that it was time?
That's a really good question.
To take that route?
I knew when I really started to focus on my happiness. I feel like women, we tend to focus on everybody else's happiness, making sure that everybody else is okay, meaning our children.
That's not just women. That's every adult with responsibilities. You think the guy that's waking up at 5 a.m. to go to a factory job is doing it because it makes him happy? The reason why people who talk about self-love are almost never in happy relationships is because love in and of itself is self-sacrificing. If you love something, you sacrifice for it.
It's very tough. I will say I've only been in the dating world for, I want to say 3 months now, and it is exhausting.
It's exhausting.
I want to throw the towel in. I'm like, what is wrong with, you know? You know, and I will say this.
Okay.
Someone had told me, and I wanted to be like, no, I disagree with you, and I don't want to believe it. They were like, you just, because my last relationship when dating was, when I was, dating this person, it was beautiful. It was amazing. It was wonderful. There was courting that was, involved. And I was saying how I feel like that's no longer, present, meaning like people just don't court each other anymore. And this person was like, well, that's old news. Like people just don't do that anymore. There's just this whole new way of doing things. And I'm like, you mentioned tradition, and I think that's where it kind of needs to go back to.
No, she need to go back to her husband, because that's traditionalism. The misery always sets in when you go out into the world and realize that the love that you had with that person is actually rare.
Going to daddies. I feel like one of the hardest things that I've had to adapt to is dropping my kids off at their dad's house.
I've always wanted the family dynamic of having a mom and a dad in one household.
And when you're dropping your kids off, you actually visually see how that is no longer.
Okay, but does she visibly see how she directly caused that? Does she visibly see how she always wanted a two-parent household, but she took that privilege away from her kids because she prioritized her own happiness over her kids' happiness? Being selfish will always lead to misery. Love is about sacrifice.
Sam, you don't know the background OG of why niggas say 75. I don't know if you ever seen my chat, watch my stream. If you ever, I might tear up telling you the story. I was 16, had a Latina girlfriend. I thought I was a shit. She told me that she had only, 2 bodies or some shit, and I'm one of them, maybe 3, some shit. And one day I was on her Twitter, and she said her ex was a football player. I went on her Twitter. The recent tweets right before we did it was she said she was going to her nigga's basketball game. I said, hold on, this nigga a multi-athlete? So some of my stuff wasn't sitting right. I had her Twitter password, so I guessed it for her Snapchat password. I opened up her Snapchat password. She cheated on me with 75 niggas. The same videos. Listen, let me finish. The same pictures and videos she would send me of, thing, you know how I be, what I'm saying? Pictures and stuff. Yeah. I would look on her Snapchat, she would send them to 75 other niggas. That's not over though. She was having trains ran on her. Swear to God. She had kids in her mouth while she was in the car. This is my girlfriend. This is like at her job. She had kids in her mouth, was taking pictures of the kids in her mouth, sending it to her friends. She had a picture of a train running her. She looked back like this at the camera.
Wait, she had videos of you? She had videos of you in there as well?
Nah, it was not me in there. It was other niggas.
So she had no videos of you, just other niggas.
No pictures or nothing.
Your ass didn't even make it to the gallery.
Bro, she had kids in the mouth. She would send it to her friends. She had a picture of her getting a train around her, right? She looked back at the camera like this. She had the picture. She asked for the picture herself. Sent it to her friend and said, I love being a hoe.
Let's say she was to confess all of this and apologize. In the moment, what would you do if you had the ability to do anything?
Do you know what that did to me mentally? I haven't been right since.
I feel like every nigga fall in love with a hoe though. Real shit.
When I went to school, a nigga I was dapping up was telling niggas he was clapping my girl.
The nigga that went to your school was dapping you up while he was clapping your bitch.
Yep. I tried to fight that nigga. He
knew you was dating her.
He knew I was dating her. He ain't want to fight though. I was trying to see that nigga low key.
When did you graduate?
2019.
Damn.
Alright.
Dang. Why is that not even bad though? Cause I'm 2021. Why that nigga saying damn? Not even that bad.
That's what I'm saying. We're like, bro, what? Nigga, that's only a couple years ago.
The odds were stacked against me. I won anyway. Because I made. You got lucky. Guys like you always think other people get lucky. I don't get lucky. I make my own luck.
Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. The only issue is other people never see the preparation. They only see the random opportunity, and that's what they consider luck to be. When I made this YouTube channel, for the first 6 months, I was making videos every day, getting 35 views, 10 views, 12 views, while also going to work. One day I had an off day, and I really didn't want to make a video, but I convinced myself to do it anyway. That video got 35,000 views in 5 days. Fast forward to now, I have like 850,000 subscribers. That would have never happened if I didn't do it the day I didn't want to do it. Well, it would have happened eventually because I'm relentless, but that day I struck when the iron was hot. If you're not prepared for the opportunity will never come.
7!
Tell the live stream your Instagram.
My Instagram is...
I'll see you.
What you do for work?
I used to be a teacher, but now I'm like on to better things. I'm a professional gold digger.
I got you a high five. You don't give me a high five? No. Damn, gang. All right, for sure.
How you feel about it, Wavy?
How I feel about it? What the hey, come on, bro. I'm not no dumb. You gotta go to the left.
Okay.
What the hell? How you gonna be a professional gold digger?
Because I can still run it up with...
That shit don't make no sense.
But it do.
That shit don't make no damn sense. Why are y'all doing this shit? This is crazy.
I understand, but you can't be walking around with $50,000 around your neck and then act surprised when you attract gold diggers. That's like when women post bikini pictures on Instagram and then complain that men only want them for their body. If you put out honey, you're going to attract bees. If you put out shit, you're going to attract flies.
Imagine dating someone who has to wait for payday. You mean someone that's employed? What? The audacity of men these days. How dare you have a job? So icky.
Most people don't know this, but there's a brain structure called the anterior mid-cingulate cortex. What's interesting about this brain area is there are now a lot of data in humans, that's a mouse study, showing that when people do something they don't want to do, like add 3 hours of exercise, it's not about adding more work, it's about adding more work that you don't want to do. This brain area gets big. Is smaller in obese. It gets bigger when they diet. It's larger in athletes. It's especially large or grows larger in people that see themselves as challenged and overcome some challenge. And in people that live a very long time, this area keeps its size. In many ways, scientists are starting to think of the anterior mid-cingulate cortex not just as one of the seats of willpower, but perhaps actually the seat of the will to live.
Our ancestors have known about this for tens of thousands of years. It's called free will, and they believed, like I believe, that it came from God. The thing that makes humans unique and what our ancestors believed was a gift from God is our free will, our ability to say no. Unlike animals, we have a choice to go against our impulses for the greater good. And the more you say no to your impulses, the stronger your will becomes. That's why they call it willpower, because it's a muscle that you have to work. And this is why men have so many things that are addictive shoved in your face: pornography, alcohol, weed, gambling. All of these things are to attack your willpower. They want to attack the masculine willpower because they understand that it doesn't matter how physically strong a man is. If he's sedated because he's a slave to his vices, he'll never fight back. As men, it's our duty to control our impulses and not let them do it.
They don't want you to win. They want you broke. They want you miserable. They want you unhappy. So make sure you be happy and you keep going and you keep winning.